Hello. This is DreadLore. We are playing DreadLore. We're the DREADIES.
DreadLore.
And the campaign we're playing is called the Red Writ.
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 There it is. Want to thank you guys for sticking with us. This is part 2 of today's game. We're back into the Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
With our cast, Mr. Ken Howl, the Drizzle, Andrea Elliott-Johnson, Daniel Holker,
Hi.
and myself. Thanks to the music peoples. That'd be Mr. Interrupt and all lowercase letters. You can find them all over the internet, and you should use them in your shorts and your YouTube stuffs and your Spotify's. All lowercase letters. Mr. Interrupt, thank you guys very much for lending us your music. Hey, thanks to the Patreon peeps. Nostalgic, Natalia Cline, Tim Roberts, and Daniel Holker. If you want to join the Patreon, guess what? Join it. Thanks to Couch Fire Media for the media production. That's www.couchfiremedia.com. You better put in those W's. Thanks to Twi Rebley Productions for being just the greatest people ever. Our sponsor for tonight is Snapping Turtles Floating in the Lake. Thank you so much, Snapping Turtles. And thank you, Holker, for finding them as our sponsor. We appreciate you.
It took a lot of convincing. Went back and forth, mostly on email. They take the time to type, by the way.
Yeah, they type with their face. Yeah, you know, they use email. Anybody who use email for correspondence still?
Yeah.
Just saying. Right. Where we left you all, you had left a revenant horror body thing that you'd stabbed a whole lot in the snow. It is rebuilding itself to come and get you. You jumped onto the gas-powered boat, got onto the river, and you're sliding up the coast north towards a ridiculous ice thunderstorm thing coming down to wreak havoc upon you and the world. Trying to get to one of the fancy docks of Grosse Pointe when Leah has an interesting idea to use these skeleton keys, these theurgic devices, to Pan's Labyrinth yourself wherever you want to go. So you drop down to the bottom of the boat, to the hold, use this big old piece of chalk, draw a large rectangle, and stick one of the 4 skeleton keys in. To your surprise, it goes straight through the wood, creates a keyhole, water, no, I'm kidding. Creates a keyhole, you turn it, turn several times, boom, 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 like an 80s movie, like Time Bandits. You don't know what's going to happen. Boom, 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 as light, whoo, and that weird willow music erupts, echoing through the hold of this boat, and lights through the portholes, flashing and such. As this chalk door becomes a real door.
And I will say, I envisioned the front door of Grimwald's, bookstore when I was making the door.
That's good to know, because you were going to go somewhere else. As we're in the montage and a new scene.
Fucking finally. So many black marks.
So for those of you that do not know what a new scene is, it is a DreadLore mechanic. When the Arbiter, that's me, decides to say, hey, it's a new scene, the players get all their traits back, all the ones that they've exhausted to do meaningful actions. They recover, and all of their plot armor they recover. Now, they do not gain any wounds or sanity back, which is what their real vitality is, hit points. And they don't get any of their cunning or their breath back. But they do get a lot of their resources, the ones that matter. Did anyone accomplish any goals? Since we're in the montage, this would be the time to decide that.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, for
What'd you
sure. Stop the
I-
creature.
I got a minor goal, which
But I
was
guess
to
I didn't
use
stop
my.
Go ahead.
Okay. Which one of you wants to talk?
Go ahead.
I got a minor goal, which was to use my kind of dead status to my advantage.
Yeah, that makes sense. So you get 1 XP, you get 1 cunning and 1 breath back, and you get 1 pip. The party goals go up by 1. Hopefully someone has taken.
That's
Count
at 50
that.
right now.
And what did you say, Ken?
I may not have done it. I stopped the creature. The lady. I don't know if it's really stopped.
What was the goal?
It says stop creature was the
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, I'd say you guys put a lot into that. She's not dead. I mean,
Yeah.
she is dead. But yeah, you stop that threat.
Yeah.
Was that a major or a minor?
It's minor.
Yep. So you get all the things I mentioned before, which means your party goals go up by 1. For those of you that are listening, part of the DreadLore system is the goals. So players make their own goals, major and a minor. That's how they get XP or experience, and that's how they advance. It's also how they gain certain resources. Now, regardless of who gets the goals, there is a party goal. And when it gets to 12, and every 12, everyone advances. So even if you're not following the main storyline, you're still doing cool shit. It's ingenious. This system. It's just genius. I don't think that was actually my idea, to be completely honest.
Oh.
Pretty sure that was an amalgamation of several people's ideas.
Well, it feels good.
Yeah, it does.
It feels real good. Good job. Golf clap.
All right. Everybody erased all the things you need to erase on your
So
character
much
sheet.
erasing.
I forget. Do we get back? We get back up proficiencies, right?
Proficiencies
Okay,
and all traits. So your proficiencies, if you want to keep them the old way, you can. I would just make it a number. And that way you can use them as you wish. I like the old way, but it's honestly a little pedantic. Pedantic is the wrong word. Overly complicated.
That kind of like I use it to describe how I'm doing it.
That was the goal. That was the
feel
goal
like-
of it.
I feel like that's like, oh, I would have failed, but I use a little expression. I do emoting or something, and
So
I think it
essentially, in the errata, it says, "Look, you got the full rules, the fool rules, and that's what's in the book. And then you have the simplified rules, and the simplified rules, proficiencies is just a number, and actually there are no ninja gear bits in these simplified rules
wow.
because it's like just less and less and less to kind of speed things up and make people have to do less. But we're playing full rules. So, montage. As you all putter along, Simon Vincent has stopped the boat. Have you put out the anchor or anything? Or you just got the boat in the middle of the lake or a river?
Just got it in the middle of the middle of the river.
Is everyone going?
Yeah, I
So
think
you're
we should
leading
all
the
go.
boat.
I think
As
everybody
long
should
as
go.
as long as everybody, as long as all the NPC players are going, I will go.
Rebecca
Leah-
Foster and John.
Rebecca and John
What about
and
Leah?
Mariah.
Leah
And Ryan.
Leah will as she's getting ready to go through the door herself, she'll sort of look over her shoulder at everyone. Leave. I don't know how this revenant thing is tracking us. Or do I even know that's what it's called?
Sure.
Okay. Anyway, but
I mean, if you know if Leah knows anything about the occult, it's a revenant.
okay, fair. But leave behind the article of clothing in case
That
it's
will
sentinel.
require a bit.
Okay, no, fair enough.
to know if that's something.
Well, no, but I mean, she well, I'm not claiming that Leah knows. I'm just saying
Sure.
in
then you
her
need no
mind, at the
bid.
very least.
Cool.
Yeah, in her mind, is it's the same as like a bloodhound. So that's sort of her logic.
Is that what you tell them?
Yeah. But no, that's what I was getting at before I got interrupted. But anyway, and just in case this thing is tracking us, was sent, leave behind an article of clothing on the ship, and actually the fact that it's adrift in the river will play to our advantage.
As the key is in the hall, what do y'all do?
Let's go.
Light is streaming through.
Let's go while it's still open.
The door is not open.
Let's open it.
Open it. And
Katrina will actually, or fuck it, Leah will look over at John and say, "Is there a time limit once the door is open?"
He kind of looks over. I would keep it open.
Gotcha.
This
at that
technology
point,
is not well understood.
Okay. At that point, Leah will rip off like her sleeves off her shirt and leave them behind on the boat.
As just like the 80s. You see her guns. She's of course tanned all the way. All right, I need actions.
With a massive amount of hairspray.
I'm going to be calloused to see if I believe her about.
Oh, you're bidding to drop into the dread?
No, never mind.
What are you all doing?
I'm gonna follow them in. I'm just gonna follow them in.
I'm waiting for her to open the door because it
Gotta open the door.
All right, I open the door.
All right, you open the door. Everyone's like, I'm not opening the door, which is wise. As you open the door, it is made of something that's difficult to explain. The top part's wood. As you all see this MC Escher style thing unfold, and like sedentary rock, there's multiple materials. There's literally rock. There's the bottom of the lake you see, and like moss dripping with lake water and like fungi and such, and a cold, just not foul, just lake water smell come up from darkness,
Moss.
and moss. And you see this black aperture in front of you. At a weird angle, it's literally the floor.
And Leah
And nothing
steps
beyond.
through the hole.
As Leah drops into the hole. As she goes, unrealistically, supernaturally, as she passes by that event horizon, she's gone.
John, show this is safe.
I feel like it's
Leah
too
said
late.
no.
Too late for that. I'm gonna.
You get a narrative point for that shit. He's like,
I'm
John
gonna.
is the same.
I'm gonna bid kettle.
Well,
gonna
you're
bid
dropping
kettle.
us into the dread.
and I'm gonna jump in.
So you're going in for the safe route. You know what? I'm going to make you throw down then. As you bid kettle, Go ahead and throw down. All you need is one success.
Okay. It's Braun.
Brawn? Okay.
Is that or is it mine? Is it Grace? Is it Wits?
That's whatever you want. You're the one throwing down.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go with Grace. Gracefully
As you
falling.
gracefully fall in. Go and throw down.
I got 2 successes.
All right, it's Nord. He's gone.
What does John say?
John looks at it. Like I said, it's not tested.
I jump in.
As Tony's like, ah! Rebecca looks, well, I'm going after Nord. As she sort of eases herself in, she's like, it's cold. And it's John, Mariah, and Simon game.
After you, John. This was your idea.
He cracks his neck. You see him kind of steeling himself. You see a cold sweat, Simon. Mariah looks up at you. I am not getting in there.
I will pick her up and I will hold her tight.
No!
I'm like, don't worry, I have you.
I'm worrying!
And I will I'm going to like lean in like this.
Cool. As you're like, what? What do we do? As you do the trust fall forward into it.
No, I'll do it backwards with Mariah.
Backwards.
So that way it's if I land on something, I land on something and not her.
You all move through a place called the Gloaming. The Gloaming is a horrific place. Holker, if you want to find it in the book, it's in the beginning. It's in, just look up the Gloaming or the Realms. There is a fuzzy feeling as you move through the between, kind of like little hair follicles on all sides of you. Or like that scene in The Labyrinth with the hands as they're like falling up and down and such. Things are touching you, moving past you. You can tell they're sentient or maybe they aren't. And you move through the Gloaming, a place of darkness, of cold, prying eyes. You are trespassing. It's like climbing a fence and there's no one around and you haven't heard the dogs bark yet, but you know you're trespassing and you should not be here long. You can't see anything at first. Holker, would you like to read what the Gloaming is?
The forested areas of the Gloaming are ripe with primordial black trees. Wood harvested from these first trees is called gloaming wood, or, as the arcanists call it, black root. Mystics of 12 and 7 report them to have been the initial trees that developed in the age of apotheosis, and they only receded after the realms started drifting. The bark of gloaming wood glimmers with a distinct purple sheen in the light of day. It's noteworthy that daytime never happens in that shadowy realm. Mages who practice the more unnatural magics seek out gloaming wood, claiming it has properties that allow for better channeling of their powers than other instruments.
As you move through this place, it is instantaneous, and yet at the same time, the feeling that kind of like you've slept and you wonder how long has passed. Something may have happened. Who knows? Maybe an adventure happened. But just as you appear at Barker's Books and Oddities, the memory fades. Like chasing the dragon. And you realize that this doorway has worked. Barker's Books, the front door, which is what Leah had imagined, opens up. And you see as you turn back, the door is open and you are there. There are feet of snow outside. There's a smell of burning oil on the street, a black smoke roiling around. Something's burning down the street and has been for a while. You see in the darkness, it's not nearby, but far off down the street, maybe through the murky windows, people running, flailing around in a way that is frantic. You hear sounds, guttural sounds that are not pleasant. Something nasty is happening in the city. But with Barker's Books, where you are, no one seems around. I will say the windows are broken. They're not shattered, but they've got like the stuff has been thrown against them and they're cracked. In here, the familiar old book smell of Barker's Books. And the door is open. In the distance, the thunder. As you see, you are very, 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 very far away from where you were before. There are no lights here. No street lights. It's very, very dark, save for this sort of ambient light from the firelight, raging infernos outside, and it's reflecting off the cloud cover and the snow. So there's a little tiny bit of this orangish light that's sort of illuminating everything. It's very difficult to see, though. Action is on all of you.
As we pop through, I'll set Mariah down and I'll be like, I told you, I had you. We're here now. And then I'll look to the rest of the group and be like, he's bound to have candles here somewhere. Let's find some.
Nord?
Yes.
As you went through the gloaming and you bid Kettle, you can get away with something once.
Yeah.
What is the thing you would like to get away with?
I would like to take some of the soil, like as we're walking, and grab it and like put it in my pocket.
Nord, as you look down, it's difficult to remember why, but you see both pockets, both jean pockets or whatever you're wearing, are filled with this dark, cold, fertile soil. And your hands have the soil on them. You can see that there's dried blood in the soil.
Interesting.
Sure is.
Yeah, you'll see Nord. He's like it looks like he like dug a grave. In fact, all of you will have some semblance of something happened. Maybe there's some scratches. Maybe, whatever. Why don't we roll? Are you guys down to roll?
Yeah, let's roll some stuff.
Yeah, why not?
We'll use the playbills for this. The playbills, if you want to jump on the dark newsletter, it's free for now. You can get a bunch of materials for free. Let's see. See what you all get. How about everybody? Anybody who wants. Now, I will say this is not entirely safe.
Fair.
Yes.
What is
You don't
safe
have
if
to roll.
it's
If you don't want to.
Safety. I definitely want to roll. Go deep.
All right.
What are we rolling?
Unless I got what I wanted, and that's it.
Are we looking for ninja gear? So tools. Are we looking for weapons?
Tools.
Okay. So you all tell me which one, ninja gear or weapons, and we'll roll from a chart. Roll a d100. So Nord, what are we looking for?
I think a tool would be because Nord's a tool. And he'd want a tool.
Roll. Roll a d100.
It's a 34.
It's 34.
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Huh. Yeah, you get a brewing pack, which this is in the book.
Yeah, it's kind of perfect. Just what I need.
Leah?
I would like a weapon, and I roll. I'm gonna roll it somewhere else. I can't see that. What the hell? 42. Nice.
Oh shit. You want a weapon, you say?
Yes.
All right. Well, for some reason, on your back, you have a crossbow. But it is clockwork. And you notice that there are these little blue vials in it. They're mostly full. This is a ttrpg crossbow. That is in the book.
Cool. And you said there's
Simon?
4?
Yeah. Where there's little vials in it, and they're mostly full.
Okay, gotcha.
I actually am not going to roll because I think I was focused on keeping Mariah protected.
Okay. We'll give her a D4 of protection. Make a note of that.
Okay.
Tony?
I'm going to roll. I already rolled. I would like weapons, and I rolled a 70.
Nice.
What's it? What is it?
Drake's breath. It's in the book. You can look it up.
Is it a flamethrower?
It's a fucking flamethrower.
It's like there is a parallel universe, and occasionally they just kind of bleed over to each other.
You do say, Bill, that if any character you create, they all wind up being the same character eventually.
Of course, it's a flamethrower. Yeah, as you see this ancient, this weird tube. It's got like an AR. It's been used a lot. Little purple backpack, a Space Marine might wear. Oh, I hope you die. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. So we'll roll a d12 for you, Hulker, and we'll see how many flame blasts it has. D12 plus 1. Wait,
3.
That's not how it works. I'm sorry. Sorry. Roll a d100, and it's
D100. Okay.
It's a percentage thing.
62.
Okay, so you're at 62. Every time you use it, you roll a d10, and you lower it from there. Okay, so that's everybody.
Does John and Rebecca?
You want John and Rebecca to have stuff?
Well, I don't care. I'm just asking.
You guys. Okay,
Yeah, I think
Nord,
so.
Yeah, I think they should all.
roll a d100. You want a weapon or an item?
For who?
Nord. We'll say Rebecca.
Rebecca, an item.
Okay.
Actually, she should get a
Roll.
weapon. She's like defenseless as far as I know.
Right, roll that d100.
Sure. She has 67.
Okay. 67. As you see her, she's carrying a sawed-off shotgun.
Whoa.
We'll say a d6, and that'll be how many shells she has.
She's got 5 shells.
Now, you guys have an interesting. This is an entire side quest that we apparently need to run.
Yeah.
And then how about John? We'll say Leah. Why don't you roll for him? You want him to have equipment or a weapon? Weapon or armor, technically, is what it is.
Gotcha. Weapon, and it'll be 51 is what I got.
Okay, it is. Let's see. So that is a sidearm. It's a small, a little snub-nosed, like a Derringer, and all of these things are ttrpg, by the way. So they're not modern. They're all like wheel guns or clockwork of some sort, or they'll have a little alchemical vial that almost looks like a fuse. And so, for example, the ttrpg crossbow, it's not that it has uses, it's that if you roll the chaos die and it gets a 1, it burns out one of the fuses. That's the idea. So it can have a mishap. So this one has 1, and it has 3 shots in it. So someone make a note of John's stuff. As you guys appear, suddenly, maybe you're even wearing like a little bit different clothing. It's up to you. Maybe you got like a cape or some different boots or something. Something happened.
Like
you wish.
Our cloaks turned into like fancy leather jackets, like with goats,
right.
and instead of like a goat cloak, it's a leather jacket with like a little goat symbol on it.
right. Time has passed, and it's a strange thing. Oh, what about Mariah?
Oh,
What about Mariah?
Now she
wants the weapon.
Oh, okay. Here's something more interesting. Okay, not as I mean, we can decide whether or not she wants to have equipment or whatever, but I think particularly since she's younger, she should have noticeably aged a little bit.
Ooh, yeah. Mariah's like 15 years old.
Whoa.
15 to 18, who knows? She's 11 to 16. Now she's like a little bit older. Yeah, I love that. Leah, you get a narrative point for that.
Cool.
Leah trying to get her daughter out of the house faster and faster.
You're real quick. Yeah, you all will notice it's not imperceptible because Mariah is actually like 11. She just is incredibly precocious. She's like maybe 15. It's hard to tell. You don't know, but she looks older. So now she's like actually 13 going on 15 or something. A little bit taller, a little bit less baby fat. There's something else going on. Who knows what that was? As out of the montage, you're in Barker's books. Or I should say, we're still in the montage. What are y'all doing?
Leah will actually grab the crossbow off her back. John, what do you make of this?
He looks around. You see him kind of sit down. He looks white, just pale. something always happens when we go through. He looks up at it. It looks like a crossbow to me. Looks theurgic, like a relic.
And this,
So he holds it. This technology is, whenever we find it, you see him struggling to even accept the fact that you guys just did this. Whenever we find it, we normally categorize it and study it.
I guess my real question is, can this hurt those things?
I don't know.
Would have been nice
fair
to
enough.
know that this always happens before we use the door.
It doesn't always happen. You're going through realms, Simon. I told you it was dangerous. I told you we didn't know.
Well, we know now. I guess let's get to looking around the shop. And Katrina will start walking towards the back where she knows his living quarters were.
Yep, that's where Katrina goes.
Yeah, I'll follow. I'll follow her.
Well, I'm looking for candles.
Indeed, it's dark as hell in here.
Oh shit!
Simon, you're mulling about. You're in an oddity shop. Candles are everywhere. There's easily big ones and small ones, and ones that look like dragons and everything. There's one that has it's like a D and an L, and it's next to a book that's been there for a while.
Yeah, with a skull underneath it.
Yeah, skull's underneath it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I will start to light them, and I'll light some and leave them, but I'll light some others and set them out and be like,
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
here's a candle.
As there's actually light, and you all. So Simon, you're illuminating the place. There's plenty of light now. I mean, it's candle light, of course. As you're doing this, Tony, what are you doing?
I look around. I step off to the side, not too far away, but since we're in Barker's books, I look around, and the first small book that I see, I pick it straight off the shelf and put it in my pocket.
Okay. You lift the book.
I'll read it later.
I mean, is it really lifting if he's already dead?
I don't know.
It's reappropriating.
Hey, when I actually use this weapon, it's going to be a dead heat.
Oh. Okay. What about the rest of you?
Good.
You search what you can quickly, because we need to get over there as quick as possible. I have a feeling time's running out.
I agree. That's why I'm going to bid to find what I'm looking for.
Okay.
I would like to bid the ley line again, perceiving the ley line, to see if I see any kind of how that pulse, if there's an energy coming to any specific area in this. Maybe there's a remnant of something in a book that would help us know how to defeat whatever monster, or find whatever, like a connection to it. Maybe not how to defeat it, but just certainly a.
Yeah, that is kind of beyond what you know.
Okay.
As in, like, this doesn't just tell you the answers,
Right.
but it can give you anything that's connected. And you see a few items in here that are pigments in the alchemy, of course, are always connected to this sort of thing. As you put together, this energy that's coming off is connected to the void. It's not necessarily Lady Callie.
Sure.
It's just void energy. It's Eclipse Magicka. And there are several things that it's feeding into.
And specifically, I think I might just pull everything that it kind of points us to, and then I would start reading to see if there's anything that would specifically have to do with portholes and closing portholes and that sort of magic.
Okay, so this is going to take a very long time.
Sure. I'll say out loud, I have an idea to and see if I'll get Rebecca, and I guess you'd have to know what you're looking for. Never mind.
As in, you're not going to find something that is just like,
right.
"Oh."
Yeah, no, I know that. But
the
I mean,
answer to the riddle is
Sure.
here. It's not going to happen.
And then I'll think to myself, when I was looking around, the book, Grimwald's book that I picked up from him, are there ley lines going into that book?
Oh yeah.
Well, shit. I'm just gonna open that book.
Yeah, you guys have a fuckload of ninja gear that you have not looked at. This is the truth.
I'm gonna look at that, and I'm gonna look at the for to see if anything specifically in that one book has portholes in it.
All right, so you sit down, Nord, and you're starting to look through Grimwald's book. Leah, what are you doing?
Leah will go into Grimwald's bedroom.
Oh shit! Okay, hot.
Yeah. If I need to use a narrative point for this, I can. But Leah would presume that he has like a telephone in his bedroom, like a landline.
Yeah, sure.
So Leah goes, directly, particularly now that there's some ambient light from the candles, she'll sort of, she can see enough to get, she'll go to his bedroom and,
Well, you're in the
his
back.
nightstand.
Did you grab a candle? Because you're in the back of the room.
Fine. Yeah, I'll use a pip for that because I didn't.
Okay,
but
so
I
you
will.
have a candle with you, and you're looking around. Yeah, it's a spooky ass place. You got to climb over the bed to get to the phone. It's
That's
one of those
fine.
cord phones.
Yeah. So Leah will set the I don't know, she'll find something to sort of set the candle on.
Mm-hmm.
While she does that, and she'll reach over the bed and grab the phone and put it to her ear to check for a dial tone.
The bed smells like he hasn't washed the sheets in a long time.
Yeah, sure does.
As you get a dial tone.
At that point, Leah will start. We'll put in the number for the Israeli embassy.
As you dial the number. Okay. In Barker's books, what are you all doing? This is montage stuff, so.
As they are looking around, I'm going to be like, I'll secure us a ride because I don't know if we want to go that way again. And I will grab a candle and go, Mariah, you want to learn some neat stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll go outside and I will start to...
You go out the door?
The
front door?
Does it look black?
No.
Then yes.
Yep. As you roll out, you see the street and a few cars and such. It looks like a snowplow has come through. It hasn't. They're just covered in 3.5 some odd feet, 4 feet of snow.
Are there any vans out here or bigger vehicles?
High or low?
Low.
Doesn't look like it. A lot of sedans.
Okay. So we got 7 of us, right? Yeah. I will go and start checking doors to see if any of them are unlocked.
High or low?
Low.
Nope. It's
Nope.
destroyed. Everybody locks their doors.
Okay. Then I will.
I rolled an 11.
How?
Everybody locks their doors.
I'll bust out the window of one of the vehicles.
Huh?
No.
You see Mariah gasp. Did that hurt?
No, but I'm going to show you this. Don't do it for a few years. And I'll hotwire the vehicle.
As you look at her, she looks a little older. Like her hips have filled out a little bit.
I also would have, when I set her down, I would have probably noticed that she didn't. I didn't have to lean as far.
Yeah.
As I
Is
did
she a
when I
little
picked her up.
taller? It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe she is. She's a little heavier.
No.
Yeah.
So, and I will proceed to start to hotwire this car and teaching her along the way.
Yep. All right. How about inside? What y'all doing?
Did I find anything in this book?
I mean, it's been 2.5 minutes.
Oh, well, I'm still looking in.
I mean, you're searching through the book for like lots of lore about how to win.
No,
So,
I'm looking specifically about ley lines. I'm looking for some information about ley lines and portals.
Yeah.
And
in Grimwald's book.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not finding.
Yeah,
it.
you will find some interesting stuff.
Sure.
It's not necessarily going to be.
It'll take a minute.
The stuff you really want.
Grimwald's book does not have a very good index.
It does not have there are books out there that have a much better index.
It's true.
I will. Can I spend a narrative point on his behalf?
No.
Damn it.
But okay. This is what you find, Nord, as you look through this book. You see that it is covered in prayers that seem, as you translate them, that seem to protect against, quote unquote, the darkness. It doesn't actually name it. It just says the darkness. You can tell it is a euphemism. And quotes the evils from the void. So it's a bunch of prayers, little incantations and such.
I'll take it over to Tony and I'll show it to him.
As you're reading it, make a sanity roll.
Okay.
Always read from the middle.
Sanity. And that's why I was going to take it over to
I know. I don't like anything bad to happen to my character.
I got three. I got three successes. I don't know what
Here's
I
good.
need.
Threshold is 2.
Yeah.
As you feel a change come over you on your sheet, somewhere on your vitality, you need to make a note.
Okay.
+1 MA.
Oh, wow. I already have a +1 MA.
Now you got +2.
Oh, nice.
Magic resistance. Or magical armor. As these prayers, and this is what you gain from the prayers, the mechanical benefit is you have a +1 to your MA.
Yeah.
This Kabbalah book of prayers, you realize, has, as you've read these prayers, the magicka has laid upon you, and you gain this. You know there is the darkness. You know there are evils in the void. You also know that at some point you're going to have to make an offering of some sort.
Sure.
Something is looking at you. You have made a sound in the darkness, and it will have a cost.
Oh, absolutely.
As you bring it over to Tony, what are y'all doing?
Well, I'm going to hand the book. Did the prayers say anything or change?
No.
Take a look at this, Tony. See what you think.
Yes, Nord. May I see the book?
Yeah.
Tony takes the book, looks at the cover and the back.
Well, I point out
opens
the
it.
section. Yeah, I point out the section to him.
Opens it. Is this a section you want me to read?
Yeah.
Is there anything in particular about it?
Well, I don't know. I just feel a little different after I read it. I'm just wondering if you feel the same.
Oh, I know the feeling. Let's see.
As you read it?
Yes.
As you do, and you both know that you are protected because it's literally telling you about, the Brilliant Octet's protection against the evils of the void and the Star Children. As you will gain a +1 Magicka armor. That's +1 MA. You may make a sanity roll. And you also feel this urge, this need to repay something. You are in debt, as you too know that you have knocked on the door of an entity.
You're right. I do feel better. I feel better. Normally when I read books at random, things get set on fire, and but I don't need to do that anymore because I got something else.
What'd you get on a sanity roll?
Oh yeah, sanity roll. That's what?
Mind and your D10.
Mind and D10. 2 successes.
All right. As you're at limbo, it's kind of, these prayers almost make you a little bit drunk. You sort of hear these words in your head and are a little bit distracted. All right. How about the rest of you? As you all hear a thump, 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 thump.
After I get the car going,
Yep.
I'm going to go to just the next car and break the window and hotwire it. Well, I'll be
Let
like,
me.
that's what I was about to do. Is I was going to be like, Mariah, if you want to try this one, it's a little different because it's a Cadillac instead of that Buick we just hotwired, but it's basically the same. You can figure it out.
Fate roll. Who's fortune? Who's false fortune?
I will be fortune.
Be false fortune.
Okay. Here are the stakes. False fortune. Simon, as Mariah leans in and gets down where she can mess with the wires, you notice her looking at you. A little bit different than before.
Oh no, come on. No.
Fortune. Yeah, it's like she's, normal. Rubber dice.
22.
100.
Ooh!
Nice.
You are forever just Simon,
Her uncle.
the good uncle. Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. As she starts the car up, she looks at you. She goes, "What?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty simple. Let's go.
She sits up. I could steal every car on this block.
Oh no.
Not right now. We've got 2 that should cover the amount of people we have.
Do you think they'll mind? As she points, and you look over your shoulder, Simon, you notice about 3 blocks away, several people out in the snow, like they're playing in the snow. But you see one of them is holding up a head and drops it, looking around and turns around. Do they see you? It's hard to know if they heard the engine go.
Okay. Stick with me, Mariah, and I'll head back into the building real quick.
Is that a head?
Let's get in as quick as possible.
As she shuts the door and you guys run in. All right, you guys are in Barker's books.
We have incoming outside. We need to hurry this up.
We can just take. I think I'm ready. I wanted to come here for Pignets and, to get more information, but I feel like I got all the information that I could possibly need. Why not just take the door again? If we're in a hurry, we should go.
Here's my question. Do you want me to have this conversation with who I'm trying to contact, or do you want me to hold it for some other time?
Well, out of game, if you don't do it now, you're probably not going to get another chance.
Okay.
Because they can only act so fast.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going to take like some time for this to happen. Like, they don't just have a helicopter rolling around upstairs.
Yeah.
Or like a satellite. Like, it will actually take time.
Are you sure? I've heard about Jewish space laser.
You're right. Thankfully, in this universe, that isn't true.
They just haven't been invented yet. They don't get invented till the 90s.
So later.
Yeah.
If Leah, you are on the phone, you will connect. The question is, like, if you want to do it, you can do it. It's just, it will take some time, and we're going to have a fate roll to see, if they're able to do what you want them to do.
Yeah. Okay. Are you guys good with me doing that real quick?
All right. Go on.
I'll go out. I'll watch the front door and see if they're coming this way. I don't want to take that door again.
There is a risk, so you all are aware. You actually can disappear. You didn't have to roll last time, but you actually can disappear. So, not to bar it, but there is a risk, or a risk of you coming back changed.
Yeah.
If some of you want to take the door, I will take the car and meet you there. It may give you more time to do some research.
Okay, Leah?
Yeah.
What is it that you want out of this? Also, who's rolling fortune and who's rolling false fortune?
I'll be the opposite of whatever anybody picks.
Okay, who's
I will roll fortune.
Okay, so Ken is false fortune. Leah, what is it that you want?
I mean, what?
No.
My goal would be
this is all you. What do you want?
To order a missile strike on, particularly on the DuPont house.
That
not
you
the
can't
DuPont
do.
house, but
That you can't
well,
do.
fine.
Yeah, this is America in 1982. The Israelis do not have that firepower. Not for Americans. The Canada.
Hey.
I mean, I guess at that point, she would request a munitions drop of like explosives.
Okay. Sure. Because we're not in the dread, we're in the montage. You know that doing this burns a tie. Like, this is a huge thing you're doing, and actually puts people at risk. So this is a favor. You're done after that. Until you can like repay the favor.
Yeah.
Okay. It's all in Israeli. As
I mean, it could be. We can do it in English. It's like.
nope.
But if you okay.
As it's a very quick operative conversation. As essentially, what do you say?
That she would give a code phrase to get her through to a supply
Just
depot.
go ahead and tell me what it is. Go ahead and say what you say, because they say like yalla. It's like come here. It's wrong. Let's not keep it all fucking Arabic.
I need to be put to section commander. What would I call him? Mirhoff.
Boop 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 boop. You know you're connected. You hear the phone pick up.
Hey, I need to call in a favor. I need a munitions drop of C4 to and I'll give him some coordinates near the house. And is it the DuPont house or is it the other house? Where we first met Lady Callie. I can't remember.
It is the Buttes.
Buttes, thank you. Yeah. But I'll give him. Actually, I know the perfect spot. I'll give him the coordinates of where we first parked the van. To sort of spy on the house. The first time.
You hear understood.
I don't. You and I both know, because she knows who she's talking to. You and I both know some of the wild stuff that's out there. This takes everything that we've ever seen and makes it seem like child's play. Tell the person doing the drop to get out as soon as possible. I mean, obviously, but this is some demonic level stuff we're dealing with here.
Understood. All right, let's roll fate.
Yep.
So whenever Drizzle's back, we will do that. And then we will wrap up this montage.
I got a 29.
Okay, we'll see what Drizzle got.
I'm coming.
He's coming. Got to get beer. Come on now.
Yeah.
Beer's important.
47. So not very good, but better than 29.
Understood. You say demonic.
I mean demonic, like possessions and creatures like I haven't ever seen before.
God be with you.
And also with you. I know that's not. I know that's not, but
Click. As you know that something is on its way, and it's probably going to be C4 plus something good, maybe. Who knows? All right, actions on you all. As the phone goes dead.
Yep. Leah will come back out. Well, hopefully I've secured some more firepower for us, but either way, we need to get over to the Buttes and finish this.
Simon, you can hear outside growls of people. They're getting closer. They're not really close. It's like a block and a half away. As you sort of sneak a peek outside, you see maybe 5-10 people. It's hard to tell. Moving through. When they get close to each other, they fight. They're holding weird, instruments, like poles and chains and stuff. One of them has a gun, shoots one. The guy falls down as they're moving forward, and then that guy gets back up. As you see this purplish blue energy erupt from his eyes as they sort of turn around and are moving this way. They're talking to each other in like multiple voices.
It's riot status outside. We need to hurry this up. I will drive one car. Who wants to drive the other?
No, man. I think we do it. We just do one of those door keys again.
I'm not doing that a second time.
Well, it's.
I'm in agreement with that.
If you think we can battle our way through, that's one thing. But just
sounds like we should make a door key and let them run through it.
A wild time, and plus everybody's gonna just like you're gonna kill them, and then they'll be alive again. And then
I did not say we were gonna fight through them. We can drive the opposite direction.
All right. Well, as long
it is about 3 feet of snow.
I think driving is not possible in 3 feet of snow.
Evidently, you've not lived in Detroit very long. This happens all the time.
That's true, though.
They push the the snow off with snow plows. That's how it's possible. But like you're not going anywhere in 3 feet of snow. But
you're
you
a little bit
try
away.
It. Give me one of those keys and chalk, and I'll do it.
What are y'all doing?
Where are you even going? Do you even know where you're going with this key and chalk?
I don't know. The Butte's house. The next door to the Butte's house. I'm gonna picture whatever is close to the source, Grosse Point. I mean,
I'm taking the car. I will meet you there if you want to take the door. Who wants to go with me?
I'm going in the car.
Okay, car. Mariah will go with Simon and Leah. Rebecca seems to want to go with Nord.
John
will go where you guys want him to.
Tony?
I'm going to go with Simon.
All right. Well, you guys go and do your best. I'll see if I can find any more information here. And do you want to say I'll wait an hour or so and meet you guys there? Synchronize our watches?
Those rioters will be here in way less than an hour.
That's true.
Put out the candles.
Yeah, I'll blow out the candles.
As the candles are blown out?
I think we'll be okay. I'll be okay. Maybe.
All right. As you guys jump in the cars, yes?
Yep.
And you start driving.
No, really, there's probably enough room for all of us at this point in just one car.
Especially from the front back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, big Buick.
So one car. Simon's driving. You find yourself a Buick. The other one is still on. Ding, 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 ding. As you start tearing ass, whoop, 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 slowly going like 10 mile, 15 mile an hour at first, as the snow is deep, it's thick, and you hear as you're getting shot at. One of the rear view mirror or the side mirrors breaks off. Back windshield starts cracking as people duck, and Simon, you're like, as you whip around the corner, like hit the building, like scraping along it as you move down out of sight. Nord, you and John are sitting there. The door is still open, but the lights are out.
Yeah.
Oh, you do. As you do, you see this light go away. From this like purple light. Distantly, the boat sinks, for it has a hole in the bottom of it.
That's a good thing nobody stayed on the boat.
As
I thought
you
you were talking about the front doors. Is the boat door still open?
Yeah.
Oh, well, if I'd known that, I think we just go back to the boat. I didn't know that, though.
You didn't.
That's a fail.
As you see outside shapes of people moving past as they go up to the car that's on. As you see fire start erupting from it. It takes some time, but they don't seem to bother Bark's Books and Oddities, as there's no lights and no movement thus far. That is where we will end.
All right. Heck yeah.
All right. Anybody get any goals?
Nope.
All right. We need new goals so you all can regain some cunning and breath. Speaking of, let's say, what are you guys down on cunning and what are you down on breath?
0 of each.
What?
I'm 0 across the board.
What about Nord?
Same. I mean,
Simon?
I haven't spent any cunning or breath.
Oh, so are you at 0 or are you at full?
I'm full breath and cunning.
Okay.
Full breath, only down 2 for cunning.
I am full breath, only down 1 for cunning.
Okay. So, Leah, you need to have some goals to pump that up. Everybody's going to get a pip for tonight. And since it's our 7-month, we've come back, everyone gets an advancement.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So, we'll read this out. Everyone who was on here and listening to us, thank you very much for doing so. If you were on Twitch, thanks a ton. If you're listening to this on the YouTubes, please like and subscribe and all that good stuff. It really helps us out. And if you're on Spotify or doing the podcast, absolutely let us know somehow. We would love to connect with you. All right, this has been DreadLore's The Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
With our cast, Ken Howl, Drizzle, Andrea Elliott-Johnson, Daniel Holker, and myself, Bill Bunkum. Thanks to the music, all lowercase letters, and Mr. Interrupt. Thanks to the Patreon peeps, Nostalgic, Natalia Cline, Tim Roberts, and Daniel Holker. If you want to jump on the old Patreon, patreon.com/DreadLore. Thanks to Couchfire Media for all the media production. That's www.couchfiremedia.com. Jump on that. Thanks to Twa Replay Productions for all that they do for us. And thanks to our sponsor, Snapping Turtles, who float around the lake. We'll be back next Monday, y'all, for more of The Red Writ.
The Red Writ.
Everybody say bye.
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 Bye.